cold solution just to keep the baby hydrated. Nothing by mouth. He's been vomiting. My sister should be up from admissions in a few minutes with Dr. Bolak.
Dr. Bolak? I thought you said a possible strep infection.
Well, that's what I suspect. Oh, no, it's not neurological. Cynic is a very good friend of our family's. Okay, now I'll be taking a blood count, both red and white. I'm going to titer for strep, urinalysis, of course, and we'll do the blood cultures and nasopharynx culture. And I want to make sure we get films of the chest and stats on all of this.
How old is your nephew?
Edmund is 16 months. Oh, here they are now. Oh.
Hi.
Well, I'm glad you missed the downpour.
Yeah, by about 30 seconds, but I think he feels warmer.
Well, I think he's about the same. Here, why don't you let your Aunt Faith take a good look at you, okay? All right. I think it'd be better if you went out and I examined him.
Oh,
hey,
right.
Edmund.
Hey, I'm gonna be outside, okay? And so will Seneca, all right?
Look, we brought your friend. We're gonna leave her right in here.
Come on, let's have a look at those big bad tonsils. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Yes. It's all right.
Panic, I won't.
You're allowed to be a little nervous.
A little. Seneca, why didn't I notice?
Hey, now come on. 2 hours ago, it looked like a common variety-type cold. Now, don't waste energy knocking yourself, huh, Julian? Take some blood.
Oh, damn it, I feel so inadequate.
Yeah, so do I, and I'm a doctor. It's just that at this stage, it's so hard before we have any test results to know anything. But from the fever, from the condition of the tonsils, looks like some kind of infection.
But you're worried too, aren't you?
Jillian, hey, of course I'm worried. I love the kid. But look, let's take it a step at a time, okay?
No, wait a minute. You think it's something serious.
It may be, but it may not be.
40,000 UPK, daily divided doses. So, I put a rush on the test results, so we should know something in about 5 to 6 hours, except for the cultures.
That's fast, believe me.
His respiration, temperature, pulse, they're all about the same. But I noticed a mild erythematose rash.
Generalized all over the body.
Which makes me suspect a bacterial streptococcal infection. Probably of the throat, but I've ordered chest pictures just to make sure it's not down there. I started him on penicillin, so we should see some improvement pretty fast.
When?
Well, if we're lucky, in a few hours.
So, you don't think that it's a case of out of sight, out of mind with the locals, hmm?
Oh, not a chance. Not if you go by our local club here. Anyway, Ray Woodard's too smart for that. We get dispatches every day telling us of Frank's triumphs. They love him upstate, they love him down here. And if the election were held today...
I know, but it's not. So...
Good afternoon. Well, actually, it's wretched out there. Is Johnny about?
He's, walking his dog.
His what?
Himself has acquired an Irish wolfhound, courtesy of his youngest daughter.
Ah, Siobhan, I heard she's been coming home, but that's been for weeks now.
Yeah, well, she arrived with about 140 pounds of dog, a present for Johnny.
Aptly named Finn McCool.
Ah, a heroic dog, is it? You know, I think I'm going to like that girl. Well, John said she's the genuine article.
Oh, well, she said all right.
You know, I think an Irish wolfhound is the perfect companion for John at this time in his life.
He's got Maeve, for Pete's sake.
But she won't come to heel.
Well, the kids are all grown up, so why shouldn't they have a large, noble hound?
Look, all things being equal, I think I'd just soon have a baby. You don't have to take it for a walk on days like this.
Well, now you mention it, I'm glad to hear some positive words about babies. We're going to have one.
Glory be.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have expected dancing in the aisles.
Sorry, but it's just that the way things are, it's a little unusual.
You think I don't know that? Maybe it's not what we planned, but Faith loves kids, and I love them. And we appear to be having one.
Well, to kids, will you?
No,
They're
thanks.
terrific.
Not for me.
Tell you from me, I'm a convert. You know, I didn't dance in the aisles when Mary first told me she was pregnant either. It takes a little getting used to. It also can work some changes on a relationship.
Now, that's what I was hoping.
How does Faith feel?
Well, she's scared for us, but I think that'll pass. You know, I want to do everything I can to reassure her. And I was thinking, what about a party?
Party?
For Faith, the small one for the people she cares about most, and vice versa.
Why not?
Well, what do you say, Kevin?
Well, as long as I've known Faith, she's always been a great one for a party. So I'm for it.
You're on then, tomorrow night. And I want it to be a surprise.
Excuse me. Gentlemen.
So, want me to give you the lowdown on fatherhood?
Yes, well, I could do with some help, but I may as well tell you right now, Jack, I'm all for it, whatever the difficulties.
You're right. Ryan's best thing ever happened to me. Other than her mother, of course. I'm still kicking myself that I didn't know that right from the beginning. I missed a lot.
Yeah, but you're making it up to her now.
I hope so. Listen, I was knocked out by your news. But you know, I wish you well.
Thanks. You know, maybe it's crazy the way things are, but Jack, I can't help but be optimistic about the kid. I know how to be a good father. All I have to do is do the opposite of everything mine did.
Yeah, you'll be a terrific father. And, Faith will make a great mother.
Uh-huh.
Wait till Mary hears that she's pregnant.
Faith is pregnant? I thought it was a marriage of convenience. What's the matter?
Never mind. Siobhan, I'd like you to meet Tom Desmond, Faith's husband.
Hi. How do you do?
Hello. And I've heard a lot about you, too.
Who from?
Various people. But right now, I'm more interested in where you got your information about me and my marriage.
I don't have any information, really. I just...
You just heard it described as a marriage of convenience?
Did I say something wrong? I heard you married Faith to solve your immigration problems. Isn't that true?
Heard from whom?
Listen, I'm sorry. I say these dumb things sometimes without really knowing the whole story. Mom always is after
My guess is that you heard it from your brother Patrick. Am I right?
Maybe I got it wrong.
No, you didn't. It's quite right as far as it went. Faith and I got married when we did because of my immigration status. Actually, it's a little more complex than that. But to set the record straight, we do love each other, we are having a baby, and we do plan to stay married.
More than a year? I mean, the year it takes to clear up the immigration problem?
Yes. And you can pass that information on to your source. If there's going to be gossip, it might as well be accurate.
Hey, gossip is not my bag, honest. I believe in being direct. That's why I want to get this straightened out. If I made a mistake, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you made a mistake.
Got it. It's nice to meet you. See ya.
Hey, you going out in that? With your bum ankle and no umbrella?
Yeah. What's it to ya?
She's the, genuine article, all right.
She's been like that since she was a baby.
Mary swears she was born with her foot in her mouth.
But there isn't a mean bone in her body. She just doesn't think, that's all.
Well, I think we straightened it out.
You're pretty cool, Been spending a lot of time at the gym?
Yes, as much as I can. And I'm not going to let this temper get the best of me.
Oh, that's smart.
You know, people I trust tell me that there's nothing between Faith and Pat. Faith swears it. Maeve does, Johnny, even Pat. And for all I think about him, I believe he's a man of his word. So in my head, I believe it. Right now, I've got to wait till my heart catches up.
What happens if you get mad in the meantime?
Well, I just try to control it, don't I? It's not easy, but it can be done. Well, where's Maeve? Kevin, I want to talk to her about the party.
Oh, she's off taking care of Mrs. Sanchez's mother while she and Dolores are off getting some wedding dresses or something. I don't know. She'll be back by dinner.
Oh, I'd come back later and talk to her and Johnny. Remember, not a word. I want it to be the surprise bash of the year.
He's a good man, that.
The longer I know him, the better I like him. The more I worry about him. That much anger is stored up inside you. Gotta be trouble.
It was a long meeting.
Still at it. I just got up and walked out. Any change?
I don't know. I've been standing here watching him so long, I start to imagine all sorts of things. I do think he's warmer, though.
You may be right.
Look, why don't we go outside? The talking may wake him up.
Where's Faith?
She went down to the lab, see if any of those test results are back yet.
Yeah, they could be by now.
I keep wondering if maybe I should call Frank.
Haven't you talked to him yet?
No, I want to wait until I have something solid to tell him.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, I think maybe I should call him. I mean, he is Edmund's father.
Oh, listen, whatever you think. Maybe it'd be less frustrating for him if you had a diagnosis to give him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Have you had dinner?
Dinner? No, I haven't even had lunch. I'm not really very hungry. Oh, what a day, what a day, what an incredible day.
Yeah, well, not over. In exactly 1 hour, we have that dinner meeting you managed to squeeze in before the concert.
No, I did not schedule that. Andre scheduled that. I merely mentioned the fact that we had to meet with Judge Foster and that he had to manage it. He did the rest. think he's got things running pretty smoothly. How about you?
It's not as pretty as Alicia.
You'll do. I'm exhausted. Deliciously exhausted. 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and all that handshaking.
Oh, tell me about it.
Poor thing. Faculty tea was kind of nice, so wasn't it? Not at all stuffy.
Translated, that means they like me, right?
They loved you. As does all the media around here. You got them in your pocket.
You think?
I know.
You know everything. I should make a phone call, though. To Judge Ramsey. So he can fill me in on Judge Foster.
I can wait.
Can it?
You just said I know everything.
Pretty much. Including how to run the best political campaign this state has ever seen. How do I thank you?
It's easy.
You know, before I had him, I thought I knew all about mothering.
How do you mean?
Oh, intellectually. I knew that the tie was very profound and the feelings very, very large. I expected that. But, I really didn't have any idea at all. He's asleep.
Good. I have some results. Want me to step outside?
All right. Do you know what it is?
We're able to rule some things out, but it's still puzzling.
His temperature's up.
1 degree in the last hour. In itself, that's not alarming.
No, but the penicillin should have taken it down by now.
Exactly.
White count?
Within normal limits.
What does that mean?
Well, that more or less rules out a bacterial infection, strep or tonsillitis.
Because the white count would have been elevated. What about the chest picture?
Well, that's another strange thing. There's scattered areas of consolidated tissue in the lung. But they're hyperinflated.
Faith, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Normally, what we saw would look like pneumonia. But if it were, the lungs would be squeezed down rather than inflated.
Yes, but what does all of this mean?
It means that we've got a diagnostic problem.
Well, at least until we get the test results back.
When?
Well, tomorrow at the earliest. Maybe even the next day. And all we can do until that time is watch him very closely, continue the penicillin. Jill, there are still more tests to be run.
Can't you do anything for him?
Well, it sounds like Faith's doing just about all she can.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you are.
I'll take another look at him.
Okay. I think I better call Frank.
I think you better.
Operator, long distance 716.
Frank Ryan?
It's Jillian. Can you talk?
Jill. What is it?
I'm at the hospital. Edmund has been admitted.
What happened?
Well, I thought he had a cold or a flu or something like that, but it's gotten much worse. Some kind of infection. They don't even know what it is yet. There's a high fever and, Oh, wait a minute. Just give me a second, okay?
Look, hang on. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, now, I know that it will. And now Faith is handling the whole thing.
What's wrong?
The baby.
I'm sorry. I thought that you were alone.
Jill, don't do that. Look, it's 7 o'clock now. I can be down there if there's a flight out tonight. If not, I'll get there first thing in the morning by breakfast time.
No, no thanks. I just don't think that's really necessary, at least not yet. There's nothing you can do, and they have to run a lot more tests.
Well, they must know something.
Well, no, not so far. They don't know anything. Faith says it could be minor and clear up fast, or else it could go on for days. The point is, you could come back, and he could be ready to go on his way home.
Will you keep in touch, then?
Yeah, of course I will. Where can I reach you?
Here, tonight, late.
All right.
Look, take care. I'm with you.
Yeah, I know you are, Frank. Goodbye.
Bye.
So, what now?
Well, I guess we'll wait.
Yeah, and I try not to let my imagination run loose and terrify me.
That's right.
I can't help it, Seneca. I know that he's really sick, isn't he?
This Thursday, a good relationship gone bad. He hates public displays, but she craves affection. Sounds like a job for the guy who wrote the book on relationships. An all-new Greg Barron's Wake Up Call, part of Sugar Free Valentine's, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.